it. So later we have to revert it back to OM because it had dependency on mule.
Okay. So did they
So
talk about what is mule exactly, and like did they talk about anything from the application team?
like what they are trying to do is like they are tracing it in between the SAML request and response from IDP and SP side. Okay,
Okay.
so in between there is a mule through which they are trying to trace that SAML response, and with that they are trying to log into the Salesforce application. So that won't happen through SAML. That's what Microsoft team told
Yeah,
us, right?
O2.
Microsoft Azure support team told us. So through SAML, it cannot be done. So the only way is through auth
Okay.
or 2.0.
So they,
So in that,
yes.
yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
tell me.
No, I was just asking. So did they say like they are going to do a configuration in Salesforce, like change the uh, SAML response to
Yeah,
auth2 or
yeah,
something?
correct. What the Microsoft guy told is like, we need to enable the auth 2.0 in Salesforce application. So it will leverage that response that it can be used with that mule. So for that, Salesforce needs to be integrated with Auth 2.0 configuration.
Okay.
But I highly doubt because a single application, how can it use both SAML and Auth 2.0? That I am not sure.
No, that is
Even
not possible. Because anyhow, you
Yeah.
need to choose one only. That I am
Mm-hmm.
sure only. Either you
Yeah.
need to choose either or 2.0
Two
or
or
SAML
SAML.
only. And
We
I
cannot
don't think
choose both of them.
Anuraz,
Yeah.
whether from
Yeah.
service provider side also they need to check the feasibility, like how the change will be for from their side also.
Yes.
Whether it will be like impact is more or low or means high, that they need to also that they need to get agree on this point, right?
Yep.
Whether they want to change, because for them that application is working correct, right?
Yes.
SAML is working for them.
Because they cannot
yeah,
just go
that
and
is
change
my
to
understanding.
auth2. But yes, now I get it. I think that's what Subhranshu was also telling, that either way they have to use one way, through SAML or through
Correct,
auth2.
because a single application cannot be like using both the protocols, SAML as well as Auth. So that will be a challenge, I guess, and I don't
Of
know
course,
how.
how the application will come to know whether it is means what I can the response and request are going through SAML or auth to that is means what I can say. It is
Yeah.
very difficult for the
So,
application.
that is one thing that I am not actually sure
Hmm.
whether it would like possibility or not, because I haven't worked on that.
Okay.
We are new to this Azure
No.
OT, so we don't know whether it is possible or not. But from my understanding, I highly doubt it will be possible.
Okay.
So again, there will be like a question like Auth 2.0 is out of scope for this migration. So why are we going for that Auth 2.0 again?
Okay.
And one more thing is we have not done any impact analysis uh, uh, on what I say, every
Yeah.
application.
Yeah.
Not a single impact analysis is done. So we don't know what are the dependencies, how it is integrated with some other application or not. That they simply told like it is not in our scope, so we are just migrating. So that needs to be checked because without this impact analysis, I highly doubt there would be much more application which would be like this only.
Okay. Mm. And really coming back to the issue which we were talking about, ServiceNow, right? Damayanti, you were saying ServiceNow page. So if suppose if we create a custom login page, right?
Uh,
For the
so
use,
Anurag,
yeah,
for this is they have discarded in the weekly meeting itself. I remember Greg, I guess. Greg pointed out we should not be putting any other additional page for user login. So I think Greg has already discarded
then
that Naveen was telling he would be creating a server page, ASP page or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that. So Greg has already told they won't be putting any additional login page.
so we guys know that we cannot access Azure AD without UPN. Now, if we cannot,
Without UPN, you cannot identify the tenant.
so how did Greg suggest to do it? Did he mention anything like how he's thinking to do it?
Uh, like they were discussing, like they would be standardizing it, for every user there should be the same UPN as the network ID or email. So they would be standardizing.
Same thing that they need to inform to the external user also, right?
Correct. That
Also,
is the biggest challenge. Like they were discussing, how do we let our users know that this will be the process, or they should be like guessing what would be their UPN is. So that they didn't have figured it out yet.
Okay.
I think it is very tough actually. Without that mapping,
mapping
how do
also, Manas,
we?
that is the challenge, like where
Yeah.
you are going to put the configure the mapping. That is also
Yeah.
one thing.
So
That
either
mapping also you want
so
to do, like where exactly we need to do that mapping,
so
and where we need to do the actual configuration or mapping.
so on Azure you cannot like when we were talking about mapping, it will be more mapping related to the database than configuration with the users. So either we can, if they have a different database with, if they are using MongoDB or something, either they will configure and map there and it will come those information once we get all the information about users, like you were saying, Subhranshu, from PowerShell. When we retrieve all the information, then we can put it there and map according to it. But that also, I'm not sure.
The other thing I was thinking, if we could create a user in the Azure AD, but again, it has some problem. That needs to be synced with the AD itself, because we can create somehow we get to know the users, then we can make his email ID in Azure AD as at the rate of Hershey's dot on Microsoft .com or anything like that. So that we can do, but again there would be a challenge, like it should be synced with that Azure ID for authentication.
No, that Manas, that also we can request to Naveen. He can synchronize. But the problem is anyhow you are using email ID, right?
Yeah.
That is it. Now you are using email ID, and that thing you are
No,
need to
no. What I am thinking is like I will specifically mention that for this network ID, I will allocate a email ID in Azure.
No, that is what I am asking. Where exactly do you know where exactly we need to do the mapping? That is what I am telling. Like any idea?
Like in the user section, you
There's-
can do right. You can add a user.
Can you share your screen? Someone share screen.
Yeah,
Can someone
that's
share the
pretty
screen
good.
and can
Let's go through if is it a possibility or not, because
on my side
even
it's
I
going
don't
on first, like whether you got cyclone effect or not, because I hear getting heavy effect and power cut also happened for me.
same for me as well. So even I am not sure about Azure, so I'm guessing it will work, I think. But can you say yours?
Yeah.
For me, it is not working. Hershey is not working, and I am not able to log in. Tamandir, can you means what I can say? Or Anuraj, can you show? Yeah.
So let's go to the Hershey's.
Yeah, go to that homepage, Azure ready.
Are you ready?
Microsoft Azure. Click on that portal.
Did I close it? No, it's here. So even if we come to the users also, I don't think so there is any mapping from this side.
Yeah, that's what I am thinking. If you create a new user, go to that. What are the details we need to put in?
See,
Like
it
username. Suppose
see
I am giving that network ID. Okay.
And what about this Hershey
Yeah, yeah.
on Microsoft.com? You need to choose,
Yeah,
right? That
yeah. It will be
is it blank or something?
Yeah, like I am allocating a mail ID, right?
But that is what I am telling. Anyhow, you are means allocating a mail ID, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that is one possibility I'm telling you. I'm not sure whether
Yeah.
it is possible or not, but
No, I
it
am
can
not
be a
getting.
way.
Anyhow, username will be in the mail
Yeah,
ID only, and the
yes.
name, first name, last name. You are creating a user, correct?
Yes.
But whenever you will log in, you give the email ID, right?
Yes.
The username,
The
correct?
domain has to be UPN has to be there.
Here,
So if we can create
like username, I am giving that network ID. Suppose will it not work?
But at the rate, it is asking something. It need to be get suffixed, right? That is what my question.
No.
Manas is saying we will create new user with their network ID at the rate Hershey's.
Correct.
That's what he meant.
Okay.
So he
anyhow means what I can getting the means creating the email ID only, and correct me that we need to create the user.
Yeah.
That way we can do.
But then we have to create 2,000 users.
We can run the PowerShell point, right? So that will get created at a time 2,000 users
Okay.
with the username.
Yeah, that's one. If it is a possible, then again there is a challenge. Like we have to get it synced with AD.
See, with the AD, I think it will be they will do it only because there is Azure AD Connect will be there. Then they can sync it because that is not a problem. But problem is what Sharath, I have asked Sharath, right? They means they are not ready to create like 2,000 means whether means what I can forward because they have to convey the email ID information to the external user, right?
Yeah.
So how they are
correct. That is the only challenge now. How they are going to identify those users and how they are going to communicate with them.
But is there any way to create the mapping? That kind of stuff is not there, right, in Azure AD. Like whether we can create the mapping with user ID and UPN. Those things.
Mapping the user provisioning is there, but again the same thing.
Oh.
If
Right,
you
right. Like
go
Anurag
to
showed, right, like there is a database. This thing is, if you give a server, then it will extract the data and it will put it in your Azure. It will write in the Azure AD. So I'm thinking on that way, is there something like that where
if you go to that Azure AD, go to view.
Okay.
Azure Active Directory. Go to that.
Where you want to go?
Again, Azure AD, the third one beside SQL database, the triangle cell.
Oh, you want home? This page? Oh, you want Azure? We are on AD.
Oh, there is a external identities are there. What is that one? Yeah, it is disabled for you. I think it's your external identities is disabled. What is that one in Azure Active Directory only?
Oh, it's in here. Okay.
External identities left side. It is disabled only.
But it is
After groups there is external identities. It is in disabled thing only. After groups.
Yeah.
My screen is frozen, I guess.
Let's do it here.
Can you search like what is this external identities to?
Basically, when they are doing login with boundaries building to B2B collaboration.
Yeah, manage any external user, including customer partner, beyond building and B2B collaboration. Okay.
It is like B2B.
Yeah. Enable self-service sign-on for guest user on your app.
Yeah, that is what if you are creating those users, so you are creating the guest users, right? And then you should be assigning them the application.
But if we even created the ID also, then also it will be when Naveen was looking at the users, the users information, some has Gmail, some has don't even have email address in it. So even if we create, how we will send to them network ID with domain?
Yeah, that is the real challenge. We don't know how to communicate with the users unless they try to log in and report an incident. We cannot get to know.
And we have bulk invite, but they have to know.